If you want to make sure that you pick the very best name for your YouTube channel, make sure you stick around to the end of this video for 4 very important tips. I'm going to share 4 things with you that you need to consider before deciding on a channel name. Let's get started. Hey, don't forget to click that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing. All right, so tip number 1 has to do with looking a bit long term. But when creating your actual channel, try to create it as a brand channel off of your main user account. This will allow you, at the time that you actually apply your name to your channel, to have it separate from that main user account. And when you start to work on branding for that channel, it won't follow your Google account around like your main username icon is going to do. All right, tip number 2. You want to make sure that the name that you ultimately decide on is both easy to recall and also easy to search for. You have to remember that that is basically your username on YouTube, and it's what people are going to use to find your content. If all they have is your channel name, you want to make sure that they're not going to be able to easily misspell it, so make sure that it's not some complicated word or abbreviation or acronym for something. Something that they can easily remember and search for is going to go a long way in helping your channel grow. Tip number 3. Your channel name is ultimately going to be your brand. So you want to own that brand, and you want to make sure that you're able to claim the rights to that brand name across social media and the internet. For that reason, you want to make sure of a couple things. First, you want to search on YouTube and make sure there are no other channels that have that name. There is nothing worse than trying to find someone on YouTube and finding 5 channels that all have the same name. All right, so after you've verified that your channel name doesn't already exist on YouTube, you want to go out and make sure that you can also get it as a URL, aka a website address. I would make sure that the name that you choose is available as a URL exactly the way you're using it on YouTube without spaces in it. Also, you want to then take that name and search for it across social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You want to ensure that you can use the exact username across all of social media. It's going to help you in the long run. And even if you're not ready to create a big campaign across social media, secure all of those accounts as soon as you decide on a name. One thing to consider, and it was actually a mistake I made on this channel, I had a unique name, Creator Fundamentals, and I started to create social media accounts for it, across the internet. And then I ran into the problem with Twitter that has a maximum username length of 15 characters. So that's also something to consider. Luckily, I was able to use Creator Fundies, which is, an abbreviated version for fundamentals. So it wasn't awful, but you definitely want to try to get that exact name across all of social media. The 4th and final thing that you want to consider is that you want your channel name to be relevant to your niche or topic. You don't want to have a name that's called Stacy's Fashion Channel and have people show up and find a channel about cars. You run the risk of them feeling as though they were misled by your channel name, and due to that disappointment, they may decide to go elsewhere. Well, those are 4 tips to consider when deciding on your channel name. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, I'd appreciate you clicking the like button. Also, if you would like to continue down the path of building a foundation for YouTube success, please click the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. I'm Dan Currier, and you're watching Creator Fundamentals.